watching the kids.
Are they really watching the kids or the kids are watching the parents?
Watch them.
How many would you like us to eat? Yeah, the problem is when we are on the food act, we're not allowed to send people out there. We have to put it on the top.
Is it working?
You know, here actually we can still kind of clean it, you know. But
I don't know if it's working or not.
Because of one spill, we have to remove the
The internet's definitely working. There we go. Hello, everybody. It's Matt from millcreamblog.com. Thanks for joining us here on YouTube. Thank you for being a part of the fun. We are coming to you live from Wonder of the Seas. Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you for being here. Be sure to check out royalcaribbeanblog.com. And we're here today to answer all of your Royal Caribbean Cruise questions, including, starting with the most important question, how many days until your next Royal Caribbean Cruise? Type your countdown in chat. Let us count down together. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have you all here. Lots of friends already in the chat, even as we're just getting started here. Happy Monday, everybody. We had some great super chatters before the broadcast began. Robert Carmody. Robert, thank you for the super chat. 6 days to Harmony. How much is 1 day of internet? It's $29.95. Need to make one phone call. It's Wi-Fi calling yesterday in airplane mode, and it worked. Am I all set? Yeah. Essentially, Robert, you'll sign up for the internet package. You'll connect to it. You don't buy there's no package to buy. Let me rephrase that. When you get on board the ship, you go and create an account. You'll choose the 24-hour pass, and that's all you need to do. And because you already have Wi-Fi calling set up, it should go automatically. You should be able to place the call nearly instantly as soon as you connect to the internet. That's pretty much it. So yeah. Ramsey's on the road. Thank you for the super chat. Hi, Matt. I know you're not a fan of Falmouth. Anyone in the chat have any recommendations for a good historical excursion? Thanks for all you do. I know that someone in our chat, thank you for your generosity. Someone in our chat, I don't know if it's Jessica or somebody else, always reminds me there is an old estate that I can't remember the name of right now. Hope Resort, something like that. And maybe someone in our chat can recommend something to do in Falmouth with a little bit of history there. MJ, thank you for the super chat. 13 days till Oasis. Going to Coco Key, maybe. Going to Coco Key, maybe Labadee. What are the special drinks and sandwiches I must eat if we go? Any special Royal Caribbean food? At Labadee, not really. The only drink that's worth getting that's special or different is, of course, the Labadoozy, which you can get at any of the bars. But food-wise, it's pretty pedestrian, kind of lame. It's the old like burgers, hot dogs. There's really nothing food-wise in Labadee that I would write home about. Thank you for the super chat. Chris Stell, one of our good friends. Hello, Chris. Welcome. 304 days till a back-to-back on Independence of the Seas. Thanks for all you do. You improve the vacations of so many people with your knowledge and suggestions. Keep the good work, Matt. We appreciate more than you know. I really appreciate that. Thank you for very, very kind words, Chris. And always thank you for your support. It means a lot to me. So thank you. Karila, I hope I said that right. Thank you for the super chat. Welcome back. Can I bring and inflate a beach ball for my son to play with at Surfside area Icon in 5 days? Any last tips? Yeah, I don't think there's any problems with inflatables. The biggest issue is just obviously not, bothering any of their guests. I know they have issues with like inflatable, like floaties, beds and stuff in the water. But a beach ball, I mean, people bring, baseballs, footballs, things to throw. I don't think a beach ball would be a problem. I wouldn't imagine anyway. Any last minute tips for going an Icon in 5 more days? Well, if you haven't already, this is your last chance to go book something pre-cruise, drink package, excursion, restaurant. You want to go through and circle back, just do like one last pass. Make sure you haven't forgotten anything. Double check that the prices of anything you did book have not changed. And if they have, obviously reprice them. Other than that, no, print out your luggage tags. I always forget to do that. Like actually print them out. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And I always forget to actually print them out. So print out your luggage tags. Nicole Lombardi, thank you for the super chat. This time next Monday, me and Mom will be on Mariner on our 5-night cruise. Getting so excited. It's gonna be weird, Nicole, without you in the chat, but I'm so excited for you. 5 more days. This must be like the longest week of your life. Brandy Schwab from MEI Travel. Brandy, thank you for the super chat. 168 days till Mariner of the Seas. You know how much I love Mariner, Brandy. It's a great ship. Where are we in the? Hold on a second. I forgot to actually remember where the. Sorry. It's my first day. All right, so I apologize. Nicole, thank you again for your super chat. Brandy, thank you again for your super chat. And Ray and Nancy Cruisers. Greetings from Jewel of the Seas, love Barbados. Any recommendations for Trinidad and Tobago? I've never been there. I wish I could give you something, but I have never been there. It's not a very commonly visited port, so I don't have a litany of excursion recommendations, things to do over there. Maybe someone in our chat can help you guys out on that one. Let's see here. Greg wants to know, Royal Caribbean owns Celebrity. Do the points stay? I think you mean like they don't cross-contaminate or count for each other. They're two separate systems, at least as of right now. You can get your status honor from one company to the other, but your points don't add up. You can't combine points. Michelle Taylor. Michelle, thank you for the super chat. Mariner in 6 days. So very excited. Awesome. I love that. Fantastic. A lot of great countdowns over here. Love that. Ashley wants to know, hi, Matt, in Crown and Anchor, do adults get the youth member benefits too? I want 50% off ice cream too. They don't, unfortunately. There have been a couple of benefits where I was like, oh, that's actually pretty useful. I'd like to use them. But no, the adult benefits are for the adults, the kids benefits for the kids.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you. Nice to meet you as well. Yeah, no, the long and short of it, no, they don't. They're for the kids. The adults, you can't. I mean, obviously, you could go take your kids and take their stuff, but it's not. You don't have the same benefits they have, if that makes sense. So, unfortunately, not. Shoshana, thank you for the super chat. Is it normal to eat included food when you start cruising, and then after many cruises go specialty? Could you give your best pitch for specialty dining? 55 Base of Harmony. Specialty dining. That's a great question. It's more of a deeper question. I would simply say, in terms of like, do you gravitate towards specialty dining more as you cruise more? I would say you're certainly more aware of it. Number one, when you first start cruising, I think new cruisers may be unaware of all the specialty dining options that exist. Number two, to some extent, if you cruise a lot, like not once a year, like a couple times a year, maybe you start getting a little, not sick of the same old, but you can certainly get used to it. And it's nice to change things up because variety is a huge, thing. I love variety. I place a great deal of emphasis on the variety of whatever, food, options, choices of things that you can see, eat, and do. Anyway, I think there is some truth to that, but I don't think necessarily the more you cruise, the more you eat specialty dining. I think it kind of just depends on the person and what you're looking for, budgets, how often you cruise, who you're cruising with, things like that. Next question is from, hey Dave, welcome. I see Wanda in the house. Danette is here. Josh Carruthers from MEI Travel is here as well. Hello, Josh. Ryan, thank you for the super chat. 583 days, holy moly, till honeymoon cruise. Transatlantic on Odyssey, Rome to Cape Liberty. Cannot wait. First ever transatlantic. Any tips? I would say for transatlantic, you definitely want to join like a Facebook group or join a roll call on the Royal Caribbean blog message boards to be able to meet other people that are going to be on your sailing. It's very important. Number two, they have progressive trivia that they do every day on a transatlantic. It's very competitive. It's a fun activity. I would definitely seek that out there, Ryan. And lastly, for your airfare, flying in, you already know, Ryan, flying only stay ahead of time. But if you're flying overseas, internationally, especially to Europe, come in at least 2 days ahead of time. Give yourself plenty of extra time there. Jeff Burns. Jeff, it has been so long since we had a chance to say hello and chat. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. Hope your beard is doing well. Good to see you, Jeff. Welcome. Wish you were here, buddy. Let's see. Next question is, let's see here. We have a lot of people checking in. Love that. Hello, Danette. Hello, Ruth Ann from MEI. Rich O from MEI. Happily Ever Yachty. Michelle Bader. Hello. Rima. My cruise is in 39 days on adventure. And just for a pregnant lady, I'll be 19 weeks pregnant then. Boy, I wish my wife was here to give me some tips when she cruised pregnant. Boy, it's been a while. It's been at least 9 years since I've had to think about that. I remember, like, I can give you so many tips from when our kids were younger, but actually pregnant, I think in general, you probably already know this, being already 19 weeks, that, maybe things you could have done when you weren't pregnant, like walking a lot, might be more of a challenge if your feet swell, things like that. Just take things easy. I would say in general, probably what any doctor would say, certainly. And other than that, I don't think there's anything else that's different about it. So yeah, take things easy. Enjoy it. You know what's funny? Did I forget to shave tonight? I forgot. I didn't forget to shave. I forgot to bring my razor. So after this, I realized this morning when I went to go shave that I didn't have my razor. So long story short, I'm going to go buy one this evening because you can't buy stuff in the store while you're in port. We were in Cocoa Key today, so I'm going to go get one probably after this broadcast because my wife will kill me if I don't shave. What ports are we visiting while in Wonder? Cocoa Key today, St. Thomas, and St. Martin. Next question. Will Royal Caribbean replace Labadee in Haiti? Depends on the itinerary. The problem is they can't. I mean, they'd love to. The problem is you can't just slide into a different port a couple days before you're scheduled to go there and change your itinerary. The problem is there's only so many slots to get in any particular port, and those slots are booked up months, if not years, in advance. So basically, there's not many choices at the last minute. Royal Caribbean will try to, but in some cases that's not possible. So the short answer is it depends on the ship. Next question is from. We are on Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas. Wonder of the Seas today. Sarah's on Anthem right now. Love that. Hello. Good to have you in here. The Rose Hall Great House and Beach Escape was the recommendation in Falmouth. Thank you, Jules, for that one. Bernard, thank you for the super chat. 26 Days Till Odyssey, can't wait. Thanks for all you and your team do. You are very welcome. Mike, if Labadee is canceled, do you think they can squeeze us into Perfect Day? Depends on the itinerary. Again, there has to be spots. More often than not, there's already slots already booked up. So it's more an issue of the logistics of getting from point A to point B, staying on schedule, what slots are available at the last minute. It's not like, oh, I'm not going to go to this place. We can just drive somewhere else and find another parking spot. It doesn't work quite that way. Tony Crawford. Tony, thank you for the super chat. 104 till Harmony, 262 till Explorer, 445 till Anthem, 636 until Star. What would be your next choice? Icon. I mean, you could do Icon a heck of a lot sooner than Star, so I would do Icon if that was the case. If you're saying, well, no, it's got to be beyond Star, then I would probably pick Odyssey of the Seas. Ginger, it is so good to see you here. Welcome. Glad to have all the O's in the chat today. That's fantastic. K&M, which cruise are you doing in June? We have 2 cruises in June. We're on Liberty of the Seas, and then the Royal Caribbean Blog group cruise on Icon of the Seas. So, next question is from Sean. Any word on the Discovery class hoping to get new ships out of Baltimore? The last we heard is that there might be an update or a confirmation on the project going forward by the end of this year. Beyond that, nothing else. Hey, Kevin Bailey. Kevin, thank you for becoming a Royal Caribbean Blog member. Appreciate you, buddy. 27 Days to Oasis. We have the 3-dinner package. We have the drink package, and we have the Key, our 3rd Royal Caribbean trip. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And I'm glad that you've got your things already booked up and reserved and set to go. That is fantastic. And of course, remember, for all 3 of those things, keep checking back in case the price changes between now and your sale date. But awesome. Jonathan, I have a child with autism. Does Royal Caribbean have special attention for autism children or teens? They have a limited support they can do out of the box, like standard. And obviously, there's, as you know, a spectrum here that we're talking about. But a lot of families who have kids on the spectrum will elect to book their Royal Caribbean cruises through a third party called Autism on the Seas. And they have special cruises with counselors they bring to help assist families and kids. It's like their own adventure ocean, but specifically for autism. So your question, obviously, depending on where they're on the spectrum, no, they can't accommodate everything. But they can accommodate at least a little bit. But it's really dependent on your kid. And it's a good conversation to have on board. I certainly don't want to promise you anything because it really depends on a lot of factors. So hope that makes sense. Coy, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. USB power strips, can we bring it? You can't bring power strips. I do bring power extenders. Like I have one, I don't have it here, but it just plugs into the wall. It's got a couple of outlets there. That's been fine. But generally speaking, if you have something that only has USB outlets on it and no electrical outlets, you're probably okay. You just don't want you don't want anything that resembles a power strip. Barbara Hawkins, thank you for the super chat. I just got off Symphony of the Seas yesterday. Icon again in 60 days. That is awesome, man. I love Icon of the Seas. I can't wait to get back on board in June. So excited for that one. Next question. What's the one thing on Wonder to do and one place to eat? See the effectors would be the one thing to do. The place to eat. I have to say Giovanni's Italian Kitchen. I'm interested in the mood for it. I had it yesterday for lunch. It was great. So I'm going to say Giovanni's Italian Kitchen. There's a lot of great choices out there. I mean, don't take that as a slight on half a dozen other places or things to do, but I really like that as of now. I see Warren C in the chat. I see Tony Diaz is here. Jennifer Kellen from MEI Travel is here. Sub Zippo is here as well. Jim Nolan, thank you for the super chat. Used RC blog code for Paradise Beach. Pays to watch Matt. Hey, that's awesome. We have our partners at Paradise Beach and Cozumel. You can save 10% on your reservation just by using code RC blog. That's it. There's no catch. I don't make any money off of it. It's just wanted to give something back to the community there. So glad, Jim, you were able to save a little bit of money there right there with that code. That is awesome. Jill, thank you for the super chat. No question, just thanks for what you do. Icon in 5 days. Fingers crossed Kevin is still in the pub. We love seeing him. I hope he's there for you. Kevin Phillips is one of the best pub singers in the fleet. We do love Darla Cox, quite frankly, over here in Royal Caribbean Blog Land. But, man, Darla, Brian James, Kevin Phillips, that is the holy trinity of cruise ship pub singers right now in the fleet, I gotta say. Let's see here. Next question. Oh, for Trinidad. Josh, thanks for sharing this. For Trinidad, took a city tour at Port, $15 per person. It was entertaining, but traffic was bad. Tobago, beach day was nice. There you go. Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate you. Teresa McChain. The Teresa McChain is here. Variety is the spice of life. Indeed, Dwayne. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Gary Bembridge is a number 2 fan. Thank you for the super chat. Tour and itineraries for Odyssey. Better island options. St. Lucia, Barbados, or St. John, St. Thomas. Looking for scenic views, beaches, and not sketchy. St. John. Gary, there is St. John and there's everything else. It is the most beautiful beach I've ever been to in my life. St. John, you want to go to Trunk Bay or any of the beaches there, but most people go to Trunk Bay. You will, when you get there, you will say, Matt was right. Matt Boswell. Matt, thank you for the super chat. Tuning in from Oasis of the Seas currently. Just want to say thank you. Wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you and your team. You are very welcome. Thank you so much for your generosity, my friend. Next question is from Brent. When can we expect to see drink and dining packages for purchase on the Royal Caribbean app? We can't see them yet. There isn't a set time, Brent. There isn't this many days before your cruise. Usually somewhere in the ballpark, about 6 months beforehand, it'll probably be there. So keep checking back. You got a little more time to go. Next question. How is Utopia of the Seas going to be planning, doing a presentation on it? What activities will they have? To be determined yet, but they haven't quite revealed everything yet. So TBA on that one. James, thank you for the super chat. Hello, Matt from On Board. Ovation coming to you from Music Hall. Man, we've not been to Music Hall yet on this cruise, but I wouldn't mind sneaking in there a little later, this cruise anyway, and checking it on out. Next question. So for Honda, are port stops in Labadee canceled? Yes. Royal Caribbean has canceled all stops to Labadee, and they're basically once a week. Every couple days they're evaluating it rather, and they're just rolling that constantly to do that. So for right now, yes, effectively, they're canceling any stops going to Labadee for the time being. Let's see here. Brian just became a Royal Caribbean Blog Club member. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see here. Wonder of the Seas or Icon of the Seas, which is better? Better is a subjective term. I like them both. I think I prefer Icon. I think Icon might be my new favorite ship now at this point because while I do love Wonder and I really enjoy this ship, I still miss Icon a little bit more. So I think Icon's my new favorite ship. I gotta say. So. Let's see here. Is there enough time to get to Universal Orlando from Port Canaveral? No, there's not. This is actually a big mistake, Taylor. Whether it's Universal or Disney, it is not the time. You're going to waste time and money, and a lot of money, trying to do Disney or Universal on a port stop. You're there too late. You're there for too little of time. It doesn't work. So instead, what you want to go to is Kennedy Space Center is like number one, best thing you can do. Number two would be go to a beach, Cocoa Beach. You can just walk around the Cocoa Beach area, like it's a little city over there. There's shops and things to do. You could go to Orlando. There are other things to do in Orlando besides the theme parks. In fact, you could go to Universal City Walk or Disney Springs, which are shopping districts, and be able to experience a little taste of Universal Studios or Disney World without actually going to a park and spending far less money. So those are some other options as well. Let's see here. Next, don't shave, grow a full cruise beard. I don't want to look like Jeff Burns, all right? So that's definitely not going to happen. My wife has already told me I'm buying a razor after this broadcast. Let's see here. Matt Boswell, again, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Hope you have a great time on Oasis. I'm so glad to hear that all this jibber jabbering here on YouTube has helped you out, buddy. That is fantastic. Let's see here. What should you do if you are running late for a cruise? Do you mean on embarkation day? There's not much you can do. You could call, and I don't know the number. Actually, I do know the number. There's a phone number you could call. It's for, well, it's really for in case of an emergency. I don't know if this counts, but call 305-982-2700 the day of. It'd be the day of, not like, hey, I'm in Charlotte. My cruise is leaving tomorrow. That's still not, they won't care as much. But if you're in port and you're running late, that's the number to call. It's on the back of your CPass card. So you can always look that up right there. Let's see here. Next question. Erica wants to know, do cabin attendants switch room assignments every sailing, or do they have to clean the same set of rooms for months at a time? I believe, Erica, they clean the same rooms for months at a time. I don't think they change up their assignments. I think what would be the benefit of doing that? I don't see a benefit, quite frankly. Veronica, were you docked at any other ships today? No, actually, surprisingly, we were the only ship in port today. Just Wonder in Cocoa Key. So who knew? Let's see here. Warren, too bad you don't know someone with a blog to give you tips on packing essential items. I like the scruff. I am working on it. I like it too. My wife hates it. Like, I mean, not even like, I don't know. Like, she hates it. So it's coming off probably tomorrow morning. But yes, it is too bad I don't have some sort of a blog that has probably 70 articles talking about remember things to pack. Listen, I packed my toiletries and just forgot that one specific thing. That's on me. Let's see here. Chris Peace. Chris, thank you for the super chat. Locked in late. What's up with Haiti? Right now, Royal Caribbean's not visiting it. They're evaluating every 3 days and canceling cruises if that's still the case. And essentially, at this point, Chris, you should assume your ship is not going to Labadee until further notice. Next question is from, do you have a hotel recommendation for a hotel in San Juan? Yes. The Sheraton right by the port in Old San Juan. It's a great hotel, good location, reasonable pricing, good room for one night, totally fine. I like that quite a bit. Let's see here. Next question. I should have picked a seat with a seat back to it. My back is killing me. Miss Bunny, hi Matt. With the diamond perk of buy one get one specialty dining, as a couple, can each person make 2 reservations? Yes, correct. That is absolutely what you can do. You got it right. Hit the nail right on the head right there. Next question. You are on. I'm on the one before you, Brad. We're on the June 1st sailing. So just missing you there. Justin, do I need a pass for myself if I want to escort children into the water park? Yes, you do. There is not a like, hey, I'm just here to watch my kids pass, because there's absolutely no way to actually prove or enforce that you didn't actually go on any water slides or do anything there. So unfortunately not. Slew Dog, what are some of the suite amenities on a Vision class ship? The Suite Lounge and Concierge Lounge access, that's the big one. Obviously, you have priority embarkation, priority disembarkation through the Concierge. That's about it. There's reserved seating by the pool. Forgot about that one. Next question. Would you take the Bright Line the day of your cruise? I would not, Andy. I've had this conversation with some friends. I was talking to my good friend Jeff Robinson about that too, and he would do it. I'm still too much of the like, I can't not like think like, what if something goes wrong? So I would still take the train the night before, stay in a hotel, just peace of mind. Like, why play with fire? You know what I mean? It's unlikely anything will happen with the train being delayed that much, but I just can't. I can't go to that next step and say, yeah, I'm taking the train the same day of a cruise. It would really take a lot for me to go there. Best way to get from Port Canaveral to the Orlando airport: Lyft or Uber. Lyft or Uber, in my opinion. Let's see here. Any PB&J old fashions in the high roller room, or is that too bougie? We haven't had any yet over there, believe it or not. It's only been one night of the cruise, dude. I mean, this is night 2. So yeah. Next is Brian James is amazing, dude. He is fantastic, absolutely. William, good to see you. Welcome. Glad to have you in the chat. Florida Cheryl. We just returned yesterday from our sailing of Wonder last week. Second sailing of Wonder for us. We loved it just as much as our first sailing on her last July. Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. Ray, thank you for the super chat. What are the upgrades planned for Allure during dry dock? Great question. I have no idea. Royal Caribbean has not announced what upgrades will be. You could certainly make some educated guesses based on what Oasis got and what Allure was supposed to get in 2020. Beyond that, it's just that. They're just guesses. The Teresa McChain. I miss the printer. The printer is sitting at home enjoying a well-deserved week off. And Whipple, and thanks for the super chat. 48 days till Mariner. Can you do dinner reservations before boarding the ship Mariner of the Seas? Only not with the dining package. If you want to book like a reservation on its own without a dining package, yes, absolutely. But if you have a dining package, no, you must wait to get on board the ship. I know some of you are wondering, Matt, what about that thing we read about on RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com about the ability to pre-book dining reservations with the dining package? Royal Caribbean has basically said it's still the plan. They're still working on it, but it's not ready yet. They don't have it. The only estimate on when it'll be ready is as soon as possible. So beyond that, I don't have anything else to share on that. Hopefully, I'm not sure if in time for your cruise, Anne, but hopefully by the end of between now and the end of the year, they'll get that going, because that'd be a huge win for guests. Hey, Ainsley, thank you for the super chat. It's cruise week. Symphony, here I come. Hope we get a Haiti replacement. 5 days is a bit much out of 8. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, you'll have a great time no matter what, but I agree. I definitely prefer port days over sea days. So I'm with you on that one. Rick wants to know, does the same beer, glass of wine, or mixed drink cost the same at all restaurants, bars, clubs, and Oasis of the Seas? If it is the same brand, like a Miller Lite, they have Miller Lite on here? I have no idea. Then yes, it's the same. The only thing that would be different, obviously, is if it's sometimes like you might see like a like a pina colada, right? But if it's not like as an example, if you get a pina colada at the pool deck on Mariner of the Seas, it's whatever it costs. But down in the there's a special kind of their own version of pina colada in the Bamboo Room that costs more. But again, different ingredients, things of that nature. So otherwise, should be all pretty much the same. Let's see here. Ronnie Bickers Jr. Ronnie, thank you for the super chat. I don't see a message from you, Ronnie, but thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate your generosity. Let's see here. Oh, Don Goldstein says Matt is right. Tony Diaz is wrong as usual and just jealous he didn't go on a cruise with all of his friends. Absolutely, Don. Couldn't agree more with you on that one. Next question. What did I do in Coco Key today? We went to the Hideaway Beach and had a hideout cabana, and there were some strong opinions on that over on our Facebook page about that. We had a great time. I loved it. Josh Carruthers from MEI Travel. Josh, thank you for the super chat, buddy. How were the elevators on Wonder compared to Icon? You know, I'm just gonna say that Tony Diaz was right about you being mean to him. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, listen. There's Icon elevators. There's everything else. That's all you need to know. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. Next question. Hey, Ronnie, there's your super chat. 4 days till Mariner. I try to select the time for check-in on the website. It makes it go all the way through. In the app, I can skip and just choose my check-in time. You notice that too? Yes. That is, I don't know if it's by design, but that has always been that way, which is why you should always do your online check-in via the Royal Caribbean app. So, there you go. Next question. Do you have a favorite cruise director? Oh, yeah. I mean, it's Bing Bong. It's Mark Walker. I mean, come on. Is that even a question? I mean, although I do like Mike. I can't pronounce his last name. Mike from Canada, who's on Icon right now. He is really good. But Bing Bong Mark is a legend in this industry. Radiance versus Serenade. Probably Serenade. You can really flip a coin. They're more similar than they're not. The only real ship in the Radiance class that I would say that one is not as good as the others is Jewel. But beyond that, it doesn't really matter. But if I had to pick, I'd pick Serenade. It's a little newer. Who would ever train or fly day of crazy, right? Who would do that? Yeah, just weirdos who live in the woods and grow crazy mountain beards, you know? Just those people. What level cruiser am I? I am Pinnacle. Diane checking in from Liverpool, England. Welcome. 131 days till Oasis in Europe. Last time on Oasis was before amplification. You're going to notice some big changes there, and I think you're going to like them, quite frankly. Let's see here. Let me get a drink of water. Cheryl is going to Alaska next year. You have a price between Quantum and Anthem. Anthem, only because it's a little bit newer. It's not much of a difference, but I would pick Anthem, quite frankly. It's like a very minor thing. But really, Cheryl, if Quantum was like super cheap, I would pick Quantum. It really doesn't matter that much. Ooh, Warren wants a portside barbecue for Allure this season. That would be really good. I love that quite a bit. Hello. Man, yeah, no, I love me some portside barbecue, so I'm with you on that. Next question is from Nick's. How many private islands does Royal Caribbean have? Those, although one is not really a private island. It's a peninsula, but I know what you mean. Two. Thank you. Next question. What's the best way to get back to Orlando after returning? Are there enough Lyft or Uber drivers available? Yes, Lyft or Uber. That's what I would do. It's easy, it's convenient, works on your schedule. There's usually more than enough. Rage Shifty, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for the super chat. Fundamentalist little Radiance Panama Canal. If I have a free cruise, can I use it to join the Royal Caribbean Blog group cruise? You can, absolutely. When you have a free cruise like Casino or Pinnacle or whatever, keep in mind that you can't book through the group. You may not be eligible for some of the activities that we're doing, but we'd absolutely love to have you on there. So yes, reach out to your MEI travel agent, let them know, because they can book Casino and they can book your Pinnacle cruise, things like that. But if you have, I don't know how else you'd have a free cruise. Anyway, like Bank of America, with your credit card. But I would definitely start with your MEI travel agent and ask them. You never know. Hey, Charlie, thank you for the super chat. What's the best time to buy the deluxe drink package? Now. The earlier you book it, the better. The price only goes up over time. Book it now. If there's a better price tomorrow, next week, next month, you can always cancel and rebook and get the better price. Book it now. Guys, do you know how much the drink package costs on Wonder that's easy to book it on board the ship? It's $105 a person per day. So do yourself a favor, book the drink package before the cruise. How dank are the IPAs on Wonder? Jeff, are you just going for all your memes at this point? Actually, Jeff, we were at Playmakers, and I had a beer there that I had not seen before. It was a pun involving the word hop. It was really good. I don't remember the name or where it's from, but it was really nice. How is the casino in Oasis? If you're winning, it's great. It's your favorite casino when you're winning. Next question is from. Ooh, let me see here. Oh, Joe and Lisa. Joe and Lisa, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much for your tips prior to our first cruise on Allure last October. It was amazing. 2 cruises down, 3 more booked. Awesome. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that this is helping you out. Fantastic. MJ, thank you for the super chat. Any special drinks or food at Cook Key or on Oasis of the ship? Example like Labadoozy. Oh, yeah, dude. Where do you want to start, my friend? Because the Cook Key, the Secret Sam, anything at the Snack Shack is really, really good. They have the Coco Cuvée. They have the Coco Loco. There's a number of cool drinks. Like, just ask them for what's different over here. But the Snack Shack, definitely where you want to go for that one. Special food on Oasis of the Seas, the aforementioned Portside Barbecue, only on Oasis of the Seas. Really, really good. Check that out. Marcus wants to know, can you embark and disembark on the same day if you want to put your stuff down on the ship, then go back out to do the shopping before the ship leaves? You can, yes. I would say in general, this sounds like a better idea in your head than it is in practice. The amount of time required to check in, go through security, get on board the ship, drop your stuff off, then turn around and leave, and then come back and do it all. You're playing with fire a little bit getting back. You don't have that much time. I think that's like the number one thing is you don't have that much time to get back on board because even if you're one of the first people to board the ship, you're boarding the ship at like 11 o'clock in the morning. If you're lucky, you're walking off the ship at 11:30. Don't forget your room isn't ready initially, right? And you have to be back. Like I think the last boarding is like 3 or 3:30. So it's really not a great idea. What I would say instead you want to do is come in a day ahead of time anyway, which I always recommend doing for your flying and whatnot, and do that instead. I would not logistically, there's too many hoops to jump through to make it work, and not enough payoff. Let's see here. Jessica Devoto. Jessica, thank you for the super chat. Have you ever done the Rainforest Room on the Disney Magic? What do you think? I have not. I believe it is similar to the thermal spa on some Royal Caribbean ships, and I would say in that case, it's very relaxing. Ronnie Bickers Jr. again. Thank you for the super chat. I purchased a Voom package from under my name for 2 devices. Surprisingly, it's cheaper than buying separately for 2 people. Correct. How do you connect the second device for your friend's phone? You just tell them to log in. You go, hey, Tony, the login, the password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, what a coincidence. It's the same combination of my luggage. Anyway, you just share the login. That's it. Eric wants to know where to buy the drink package on the website. I was booked on the website. You can do it in the app. I'm a little more old school. The website I think is easier to manage. But yeah, our cruise is only in February of next year. Is it too early? It's never too early. Literally, it is never too early. Book it now. Lock in the price. Next question. Hopsy, that was it. How did you know this, Tyler? Wow, that is uncanny and scary at the same time. But that was exactly the drink that I was telling Jeff Burns about. Wow, that's creepy and very helpful at the same time. Thank you, my friend. Next question. We only have a few more questions, guys. I gotta head on out of here. Lisa, if I book a 7-night casino comp junior suite, my husband books a comp balcony, he would receive 14 points. I receive 21. What does this do for our total since points are the same due to marriage? Nothing. It would be, you would negate each other. You would, obviously your independent totals would be whatever they are, but because of your marriage situation, whoever has the higher point total is still king. You don't get to combine the two. It doesn't really benefit you in the way that I think you're hoping for it. So I would say at the very least, Lisa, whoever today has more points, that person should book the junior suite, if that makes sense. And our last question of the day is from Nadia. Hi, Matt. We're visiting Bermuda and Bahamas on Vision of the Seas. This will be our first time in Baltimore and Vision. Nice. Awesome. Fantastic. Actually, that wasn't a question. So last question of the day is from Brad. My wife says it's a waste to upload photos in the app before boarding. I say it makes it faster. What's your opinion? Your wife is totally wrong on this one. Yeah, I'm sure you'll take, as a husband, love pointing out when our wives are wrong on things, but she is totally wrong. Taking a photo absolutely will save you time, provided you follow the rules, right? I would say, find a wall, like a hallway in your house that has like a neutral wall color. Don't take it in front of a bar or whatever. Make sure that no one's wearing any hats or like sunglasses. If they have regular glasses, that's fine, like prescriptions. But take the photo, take it from like, shoulder up. It's like a mug shot. You want that. That's the look you're going for. Good lighting. It will save you time, because by doing that, the agent doesn't have to do that in port. So 180% do it before it's in hand. It will definitely save you time in the check-in process. So, all right, guys, I got to head on out of here. Your wife is totally wrong. Famous last words. My other piece of advice is never tell your wife that she's totally wrong. No, Matt said we should do this instead. But Matt, you were absolutely right on that one. All right, guys, I'm going to head on out of here. Thank you so much for joining us here on YouTube. We'll be back again next Monday right here on YouTube. Until then, have a great week, everybody. Stay safe out there. Do something fun, and we'll talk again very soon right here on YouTube. Bye, everybody.